Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Mazita and my fellow friends and everyone who are with us today. Welcome to our forum today. So the topic we are about to discuss today is how career as a rider develop and the challenges in this career. Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce our panels today that will elaborate more about this topic. First, we have Meor, who is a master student of guidance and counselling. Next, we have Anis and Khalida, who are both master students of counselling in clinical mental health. Without further ado, let's get into our discussion. Okay, when we mention about riders jobs, I think all of us are quite familiar with it, but I think surface only, not into that, not too much. So I think we can delve into the details more about this career. So Meor, could you please explain more about this career?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to everyone involved in the class and someone out there online. Okay, first of all, what is rider? What is delivery rider? Delivery rider is a part of the job in gig economy. Let me explain first. What is gig economy? Okay, 4 years. The norm of the job is usually either full-time employment or part-time employment. Okay, full-time, after we graduate, we get our diplomas, we get our degrees, we go job hunt, going through job interview, and we got the full-time job with fixed income. Okay, that is full-time job. Okay, part-time jobs, for example, back when we were students, we part-time job in restaurant, for example, to have a bit of monetary gain for our studies. Okay, that's the usual norm of the job, either full-time or part-time. But recently, throughout IR 4.0, the advancement of technology, more and more people start to take on variety short-term job. This what we call gig. Okay, beside delivery rider, the usual that we see, photographer, wedding photographer, videographer, for some extent call center job also can be characterized as gig. Okay, the difference between gig is we follow our time and pacing. If you want to work, okay, the topic that we discuss right now is rider. If you want to work during morning, we can follow our own time and pacing. If you want morning, afternoon, night, there's no fixed time like full-time job 8 to 5 type of job, that is fixed time. Contradict with gig jobs, we follow our own time and pacing. Photographer job, we can say if we want the job, we can take it. That is the definition of gig economy. According to Oxford Dictionary, gig economy is described as labour market characterized by the prevalence of the short-term contract or freelance work as opposed to the permanent job. Okay, gig workers are independent contractors, online platform workers, contract firm workers, on-call and temporary workers. And this type of gig economy, gig job, is beginning to take the large portion of current job of workforce. And even studies have shown that there are no slowing down of why is this happen. And I believe either two panelists will explain later more about this. Okay, the most common gig job in Malaysia is delivery riders, Food Panda, Grab, those type of delivery riders. Okay, what is the definition of delivery riders? according to Cambridge Dictionary, it is a person whose job is to deliver belongings, letters, packages using motorcycle or bicycle. That is the definition has been stated by Cambridge Dictionary. Okay, but I want to touch a little bit about Malaysia, about the way delivery works in Malaysia, especially in Klang Valley or Shah Alam. Besides bicycle and motorcycle, there are also another type of delivery that I want to touch is walker. What is walker? Walker, for example, in UPSI, let's say a lecturer is doing his job or her job and want a quick food somewhere within the UPSI, and very close and doesn't need motorcycle, you just walk to the restaurant or to the store to get the food and deliver to the customer. Okay, usually Malaysia the famous are riders and bicycle, but usually within the major city like Klang Valley, KL, walkers are also a part of the delivery workers. Okay, what are the job scope? You might think, what does the delivery riders do? It's very easy. No need a specific job scope. What you need to have, you have a driver license and you have a motorcycle, and that's it. To some extent, you maybe need to know how to navigate maps in your phone and familiar with the roads around area that you did your job. Okay, so after registration, order came from the app. Okay, you start by with your bike. Okay, the order come into your phone. Okay, you go to the restaurant and then you pick up the food and then you send to the customer. That's it. To some extent, you need to also have spare change in case the customer pay by cash instead of card. Okay, why this type of job is famous within Malaysia? Okay, I want to touch a little bit about the rate that have been paid to the riders. Okay, I want to specify on the big three: Foodpanda, Grab, Shopee Food. This is current big three that always been used by fellow Malaysian. Okay, Foodpanda, the rate is RM5 to RM7 per hour. That's on paper, that's stated in the Foodpanda website. But there's a difference there, because the way Foodpanda works, there is hierarchy between riders. There are 6 batch 1, batch 2 until batch 6. The newcomers usually is the batch 6, and the veteran riders is the batch 1, and the batch 1 are the one usually get the RM7 mark, and the batch 6 usually the lowest one, the RM5 marks, and the batch 2 and batch 5 somewhere in between. But the issues within the Foodpanda rider is the price isn't fixed. For example, let's say I reciting in Taman Sri Indah, where Zeus Coffee is very near. The rate to some extent can be even low to RM3.50 per hour. So that's the issues. Okay, that is for Panda. How about Grab? Okay, Grab, the price kinda nice, RM7 to RM15. But okay, the difference between Foodpanda is The price is depends on the distance. For example, if Dr. Mazita want to order KFC Tanjung Malim, right over there, very far from here. Okay, the 15 ringgit mark approachable. And really depend on the distance. Okay, Shopee Food also kind of same with Grab, except lower rate, started with 5 ringgit. Grab Food started with 7 ringgit, and Shopee Food is 5 ringgit. Okay, so now I just explain to you what is Food Panda Riders and what they do, and what are the job scope and the famous job riders, the famous company that provide the delivery services. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you, Meor, for your detailed information. Now I think I'm a bit curious. Like Meor said, nowadays there's a lot of riders, especially after pandemic, right? So I think I want a bit more explanation on how actually this career path has been developing very widely across Malaysia until now. So, Khalid and Anis, can you please give a bit more information about this?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to start first. Okay, I think when we talk about development or maybe the expanding of this career or scenarios, it's actually food delivery existed a long time ago. For example, as for me as a child, I usually watch TV, and I still remember this advertisement like 1-300-882-525. Yeah, that is from Pizza Hut. I still remember, but the difference back then and now is back then the food rider are directly hired from the restaurant itself. So the rider is specifically for the Pizza Hut's customer, and this is for McD's customer, just specifically for that restaurant. But now there's this application exists where we call online food delivery application, which we got Foodpanda, Grabs, and everything. So in terms of that, then it expanded even wider, because all the restaurant could join in. Even the gerai, the stall beside the road also could use this food rider what we call service. Okay, so other than that, what is the causes it to expand it wider is because of the supply and the demand. We all know that nowadays we are going through modernization, like urbanization, like everyone are working busy, and the children, the students are busy with work and everything. Some parents, back then our mom and dads always someone will cook for us and everything. After we go back from school, oh, there's food on the table. But nowadays some parents doesn't have that time to do so. So that is what causes demand to increase. And because of that, to fulfill the demand, then there are lots of organizations trying to, grow up this career. So there's a lot of rider right now because of the demand. And furthermore, as we all know that we're just past the pandemic era, which also have a lot of impact in this industry. And we all know that during pandemic, there's a lot of people lose their job, and since there's post-pandemic, I think we couldn't dine in, right? So because we couldn't dine in, and we have to decrease the contact between us and the restaurant, the rider and everything. So lots of us use the rider service. And the rider service is not just for prepared food. Also, they could buy us groceries such as Food Panda. We could ask them for maybe what skincare. They could even buy us something from Watson and Guardian. I was like, oh, it's expanded like very tremendously, and I was like, okay. So we could see that it is related to demand and supply. Where's that there's demand, then there must be a supplier. So the big industry take this chance to expand their, what do you call that? To expand this industries lah. Okay, and the way of life, just like I tell everyone just now, and we as a student, sometimes we did sleep late and hungry in the middle, want some coffee for our assignments, so we just tap on our screen and suddenly there we go. Okay, then the second thing is because of time management. Time management, as Meor said just now, whereas we could choose the time management. As I know from my friend is a Food Panda rider. He did tell me that Food Panda did have the badge, and then the time every week they have to choose the schedule, and the schedule is different timing. So the students or maybe someone else got preference in time, they could choose to make sure that their work doesn't redundant with their classes, or maybe someone who did part-time job, they will not redundant with their job also. So because of that, it's easier for people to choose Food Panda as with the part-time job, especially for students, and also there's also people choose as a rider as a permanent job actually, but it's a bit hard. We will discuss about that later. And about the Grab is easier actually, because the rider could choose to turn on or off the availability. Oh, I want to work, so he will turn on and he will get the order and just go with the flow. When he was busy or something came out, okay, just turn off the availability. So that is for Grab. I think that is the two things that I could explain. Anis, you have something to add?
Okay, for the development of the rider, as you can see, the rider is a part of a gig economy, and the rider is easy to make money. When we think of a rider, we can see that rider is a job that you can make fast money. Okay, from my perspective, I can see that nowadays, students like all of us, we want to make money. We want to make money. We want to make money from our free time when we don't have class. So I think as a rider, it's easily to make money because it does not need so much cost to make the it does not need so much cost needed to be a rider. You just need a license and also a motorcycle. After I read on Food Panda website, I can see that when we want to apply as a rider, we just need to fill in the form and then just wait for our application access. And then as Meor said, the amount of money that we can get from rider is quite high, which is 5 ringgit per hour, which is so good lah as for a student or anyone who want to do a part-time job. Okay, second is I see that the rider is easily to access. When we talk about a job, you can see that when we want to apply for a job, we have to go so many process. Like for example, as a student, when we want to do a part-time job, we need to go for Starbucks, Watson, and then we need to send our resume. But mostly, the company will accept it or say there is no vacancy for this job. Also, when we as a fresh graduate, when we want to apply for a job, we need to send our resume to the company and wait for like 2 weeks, 1 month, or maybe like 3 months to wait for the company to reply us back. But for this rider, it's so easy to apply. You just need to go to the website on your phone and just apply it. And I think it's so much convenient as a SPM leaver or a fresh graduate who really wait for a full-time job but did not get it, to try and take this opportunity to be a rider or maybe another gig job just like dropship, TikTok everyday and so on. I think that is for my part. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Khalid and Anis. That's really interesting. For me personally, I think this job is, I think it's quite an attractive career pathway where for someone who are seeking for good money and flexibility in time, right? So, okay, since this career develops so widely and tremendously, I think there must be a lot of challenges too. So, could you share a bit about that, Meor and Anis?
Actually,
Meor or Anis first?
Okay. One of the main concern within the security of the riders, delivery riders, is their safety, especially vehicle accident. According to newspaper The Star, Ministry of Transportation has made a survey that between 2018 and 2021, there are 1,242 accidents involving riders, and out of those 1,242 accidents, 0.09% involving death. What do you think? 0.09 is a lot or not? It reaching the 100 mark. 112 to be exact. There are 112 deaths involving riders, delivery riders. Okay, according to Kurnia.com, the well-known insurance company in Malaysia, there are 10 causes of accidents in Malaysia. Speeding, the usual. When, for example, when you're in highway, trafficless jam highway, and you just speed, you hit the gas until 140, 160. Everyone does that, I know that. Okay, the second causes is mobile phone. Also, a lot of us have get doing it. Yeah, hello, I'm driving right here. Can you come later? That's for example the usual. Okay, the third causes is distracted. Wow, what happened? Accident right here. Even as a simple grabbing your water to drink, maybe also part of the distraction because your eye is not on the road. Also, the main causes of the accident, the recklessness and beating the red light. Also, the common causes of accident in Malaysia. Okay, driving under influences, alcohol or drugs. Okay, next is fatigue, bad weather, and under maintenance road in Malaysia, and bad maintenance of the car or motorcycle. Okay, that's the 10 causes of accident in Malaysia. Okay, I want to relate the accident that involving the riders. Okay, first of all, the recklessness, because the riders when in their app, okay, there is a time that need to be obeyed. For example, between the restaurant and the home of the customer, 15 minutes for example. So the riders need to obey the time, and to some extent they ride very reckless. Sometimes they beating the red light, recklessness in the junction. That's one of the common causes of accident within riders. Okay, next is the mobile phone. because the riders, like I said earlier, that they need to navigate the map to find the home of the customer. So when riding and you see the map on, usually they put their handphone there, that also can cause the accident between riders. Okay, the third point, it can be fatigueness, because the riders keep chasing hours, keep chasing the monies, to the point that they didn't aware about their fatigueness. Sometimes they need to rest. The fatigueness also can causes the accident. Okay, next, the bad weather. Because riders usually, even rain, they still do their work. And motorcycle, unlike cars, they're really unstable.
Slippery road.
Yes, slippery road. Speaking about road safety also, sometimes play the role. Potholes, cracks, uneven surface. Because the riders, they sometimes, okay, we go back to the mobile phone. They read the map, sometimes they doesn't aware about the roads. Also the causes of accidents. So those are the concern of the safety within the riders. Their involvement of accidents. Okay, I want to touch a little bit about Ani's point. Why the reasons a lot of people taking the rider job. Okay, within student or fresh grad, they want to get to gain monetary gain. Okay, for certain 30 years old and upper, because that's already their main job, they keep doing it. Okay, how about people my age, 26, 27? Besides, the main reason people of my age are taking that type of job. Any idea?
It's hard to find jobs nowadays.
I think maybe just to fit in the commitment, because nowadays the commitment of this is keep increasing. So I think maybe people keep doing the part-time job just to put in the commitment.
Okay, excellent point. The right answer between people my age, why they doing this type of job, they want to put the ring on the certain someone. So, my opinion about the way we want to avoid this type of accidents, everyone needs to be involved from top to bottom. On top, I mean even government involvement also need to be make some kind of regulation about riders, road safeties, the company that provide the deliveries. Okay, to the bottom, sometimes there's a line that need to be aware the how much they gain and what actually matters. Because you gain the money, you gain the easy money from the rider gig. Sometimes is it really worth the risk? There's a life involved right there. That's something to be thinking about. That's all for me.
Okay, I want to end out from your point. You said that from the challenge of a rider, there safety in terms of the accident. But I just want to add on something about the career development of the rider of a career group. Yes, we can see that a lot of young people nowadays are taking on the rider job just to make easy money. They want to make fast money, but actually, in terms of the career growth for the short term, yes, it can help them to make money. But for the long term, the career growth is stuck because every day they keep doing the same job description over and over. As you can see nowadays, we can see that the artificial intelligence is quite developed and being used in Malaysia, where the manager right now keep looking for a worker who are experienced in digital marketing, data, or someone who are experienced in artificial intelligence. And I can see that from to this writer, there is no soft skill that can be developed to that thing that manager want us to that manager want the worker to have. So I can see that maybe one day the career as a rider can be replaced by the artificial intelligence. Everyone here have going to a mama store. You can see that in mama store there are a robot that being used to take the order. So I can see that maybe the challenge is maybe in the future the job of a rider can be replaced by a robot taking our order. And the second thing is the career of a rider did not have any job security, and it don't have any kind of level that the people can gain off. For example, when we work as a full-time position, we have this kind of level like entry level, and then we can up to senior level and also to the manager level. But for this rider job, we can say our experience based on a new rider or the veteran rider only. There is no career growth in terms of that. And then our salary and the income that we can get from working as a rider maybe it's not really consistent. It's not really consistent. It's just like that. Besides if the young people are working in a full-time position, maybe their salary can gain from like fresh graduate income is from 2,000 and up to 4,000, 5,000 or above. But for the rider, the income is just like that. It depends on the order that you get. Okay, Khalida, do you want anything to add?
Okay, I think I'm gonna add maybe 2 more points. The first one is about the inconsistent payment. I've read some of article and research where in the year of 2022, full-time rider has experienced sharp deduction in, I think, Food Panda, 30% as compared to 2018 because the increasing of the riders. So the industry and the agency that is responsible for this rider take this chance to to do some adjustment in their bonus and incentive. And some riders also complain, the rider from the Grab also complain that the company really make the adjustment and bonus incentive with affecting their salary. So sometimes they got a lower salary and sometimes they're paid higher. So it is unpredictable. It is all based on situation where there's time they doesn't get lots of orders and some of times there's too much orders. So it is not consistent payment. As Meor said earlier, that riders is also considered as freelance or gig worker. So it is not under like the what we call that what we call that. It is not under like it is not secure because they doesn't get EPF and SOCSO and everything because they are considered as freelance. So that is kind of risky to their like pendapatan, like salary, they got like monthly. And the next challenge is, I think this is the biggest challenge among the riders, which is customer service, because they have to face like customer every day. I do think like all of you have seen one of the TikTok's videos where this guy with wearing coats, like I don't know why he choked the rider because the rider misplaced. He was sending the orders, but I think he got the wrong places. I'm not sure which agency is that. And then that guy like mad because this is not a place to send food and everything. So he just chopped the food panda rider just like that. And I think it could be in terms of safety also, right?
Yep.
So, and other than that, they got a lot of customer mad at them, but it is not fully them fault, because it's maybe because of the weather, the road, or the restaurant that maybe full house at that time. So also there's restaurant that wrong the order. Okay, you ordered chicken, you got burgers, and the customer is mad, but the problem is the customer mad and angry at the riders. It doesn't make sense, right? So that is the problem a bit when dealing with the customer. So you already have experience in customer service, so you know what it's like, right? Okay. I think from all of our discussion today, I think that we learned a bit about Foodpanda or Grab rider, so we won't be like treat them unfairly anymore, because we thought that you just send food like every day. Why can't you do even this simple task? We don't know what they face every day. And yeah, for those who are planning to try this career, maybe this could be your reference in your future. Actually, my brother also told me that he want to be a food rider because he want to eat a lot. It's good nowadays, so I give this back to Sophie.
Thank you, Meor, Khalid and Anis. That's really eye-opening information we got from them. So we are reaching the end of our forum, but before that, I want to ask our audience if there is any question from you all. Who wants to ask a question?
Okay,
Anyone to ask a question?
Kak Fatin?
No one?
Okay, I would like to ask the panels nowadays when we have Al-Aqsa storm, so what is affected that scenario affected to the riders? So I read the news before, the riders almost affected their income, about from 2,000 plus to 1,000, not near to 1,000, and then it's very affected. So what your opinion on this?
I've seen a news also where people like boycotting things related to Israel, especially McDonald's, KFC and everything. And I also seen a news where someone claimed that GrabFood did support Israel also. So I think that is the factors that make this happen also, because people nowadays, I don't know, like people really did that boycotting thing like seriously, and it happened. Do you want to add more?
Also, the issue also highlighted the job security issues within the delivery riders, because who expect this to happen? Yes, maybe you can see the boycott happen every year, but apparently this year is the worst so far. So unlike the full-time job, the job scope is secure. Contradict with the riders. So the job security there is very need to be highlighted if you want to take this gig. just for sake of monetary gain.
Do you have any?
I think I am agreeing with what Khalida and Meor said about the boycotting of Israel products, and I can see that yes, this career as a rider is a good thing to gain monetary, but in terms of what happen nowadays, maybe the rider can explore to find another job instead of being a rider forever, I think.
Is that a good solution for the problem? Or we can educate a community that love to have Malaysian food or.
I think it's true, Doctor. Because I already mentioned that since food delivery application is expanding, so the stall beside the road also could join in. I think we could share the awareness where we could support local food, like local cafe and everything by using this rider service, especially the Food Panda. I think that is one of the best solution we could do for now. Thank you, Doctor, for the question.
Also, the riders also need to be educated that don't make this type of job is a main job. Don't make this a permanent job. Need to be reminded that in the end this is just a gig job.
I think that is not the choice of that rider's career. Yeah, I think most of the riders maybe they choose to be a rider because they have no job. I have been met before a rider with master's qualification. Yeah, I think not because of they choose the job, but they have no choice unless to be a rider. So what do you say about this?
I do think finding a job in this day is very hard, Doctor, because me myself, I can't manage to get a job, so I was like, oh, maybe I should just further study. And we could see nowadays people with different field also work as other field, that is not related at all. So getting a job nowadays is really hard, since I got a lot of advice where, if you get a job, just go with the job first, because that is most important thing, is to secure the job. So yeah, I think it's true.
I also want to add some of the kind of point. Just like Doctor say, you meet a master student who work as a rider. So I think as a master student, maybe before they graduate, they should develop themselves with some of the soft skill that is needed in the industry, just like communication skill, how to write resume to impress the manager, or also the interview skill, how to access in the interview, or maybe they can learn more about the the analytic data ataupun digital marketing course, because I see that nowadays there are a lot of career consultant or company just like MDAC, they make a course about the digital marketing, about the graphic design, just to help young people nowadays to get the certification, to learn about that. And after they get the certification, they can put it in their resume, and when they apply for the job, at least the manager or the employer will see that, oh, this fresh graduate, they have this type of skill, and this will make that student being more right than other candidates who apply for the jobs. So anything you want to add, Meor?
Like I said, from top to bottom, everyone needs to be involved. The government need to make some kind of regulation to see why the riders, why there are so many Malaysians want to take this type of job. And one of the reason is low employment. So from the government need to be regulate to the riders need to be educated more, the soft skill, the resume building skills. Okay.
Thank you for your information. Maybe my friends also want to try it out. There is a web under KBS. It's called Ilate. There's a lot of course that we could take, which is some free and some you must pay. And the best thing is there's like certificate, so you could put in your resume for the riders that are planning to find other jobs. So you can do that in between you doing the rider job. So yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay, any other question? No. So we hope that this forum can give more insight and reference for us in the future, either we are in the service or not. At least we know about them and we can treat them better after this. Maybe give them tips, maybe more.
And invite more and then give it to them.
Okay, that's all from us today. Thank you.
Okay.